I was on my way home from work one Friday and doing the usual, browsing Twitter, and I see this tweet. Oh, that overlay can fuck off. Go away. Go away. Okay. There was a queer youth dance in Surrey, which is nearby me, on that Friday, and some bad things got shown or posted about it. This, I think, was posted on Telegram. Yeah, that's it. Telegram, the alt-right website. Comments like, do we gotta bring rope? Or is this one of those things where we bring bats and rope? And seeing shit like that meant I didn't really want to stand by and ignore it. So I rushed home, changed out of my work clothes. I was almost there, checking Google Maps to make sure I know where I'm going, and I see this place is busier than usual. I got super worried that the far right people had gathered en masse to harass the kids. Round the corner to see a group of 20 plus people, most of them with pride flags. There was much music, much dance, much solidarity. There were only two groups of protesters, like the right-wing people that were there to harass the kids. Well, they said they were there to harass the kids. They were beta bitches with their tail between their legs. There was honestly only a total of 7 of them there to spread hate. The first group, 4 people, stood about 25 feet away from the counter-protesters, and they left after about an hour. Between the counter-protesters and the event entrance stood our police and bylaw officers, which are a step up from security officers, but a step below police officers, essentially. But they're almost police. But they only focus on, like, mini laws, what we call bylaws, which are city-wide laws, essentially. When the second group of protesters showed up, they walked through our group of people holding a sign. They held it down, and the message of the sign was facing their legs. I couldn't read it as they were passing because, well, they were hiding it. The loudest we got was when we cheered for all those kids coming in to have a great night. Oh my god, the smiles on those kids' faces. They were so happy to see the support, and I really hope they had a good time. Funny thing, the most aggression that happened was when a furry showed up in solidarity. The aggression? The dog of a queer couple was scared of the tall bunny. But the barking was short-lived. They had like this big furry bunny head head. Uh, yeah, like a big head, floppy ears, all 9 yards. The like furry arm warmers, gloves, up past the elbow, platform boots. That, like the dog freaking out over that, was the scariest part of what happened there. So, in the end, it was a peaceful time and nothing actually came of those threats. From what I've heard at the from the other people there, it was pretty common that they talk big online, but don't actually show up in person to follow through, because they're a bunch of cowards. My takeaway from all of this is the far right in Canada seems to be a very small minority. Like the far, far right. But the far right still exists. That small minority is mostly part of our right-wing politicians. While some of us were kind of hoping to bash the fash, by the time I took my leave, the best possible outcome had happened. The kids entered the dance with smiles on their faces, and there was no violence, just overwhelming support and solidarity. If you're going up against bigots, you want the furries on your team. True. And also, apparently, if you're unionizing, did you hear about the, um, did you hear about that Starbucks union organizer that started going around in a furry costume? Such a giga Chad. Okay, what are we at? Like 5 hours into this stream? Yeah, just under. I think it's time we spread some love. And I call it a night. I'm pretty tired. Yep, they got a bad rap, but they're actually a really nice community. I'm not personally, or I don't personally consider myself a furry. I just like the art. And would smash.